is a juicy fucking episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Anna's Health Diaries, episode 3. This episode is so freaking juicy. You just want to squeeze all the juice out of it because it's a good one. So with that said, I'm going to get straight into it because I know you're all waiting for it and I'm so excited to be talking about it. So let's get started. So, drum roll please. I have been diagnosed with hydrogen sulfide SIBO. Hydrogen sulfide SIBO is not usually on the SIBO test that I took. The SIBO test that I took, that tests for 2 strands of SIBO, which is hydrogen or methane. I have hydrogen sulfide SIBO. So what is SIBO? SIBO stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. That means that when you eat food, it's meant to go through your small intestine into your large intestine and digest and, break down. But with SIBO, it stops in your small intestine and it ferments there, leading to the bacteria overgrowing in your small intestine and feeding the bad bacteria, therefore leading to constipation, diarrhea, bloating, gas, reflux, all the fun gut things that we all know and not so much love. So before I get into anything else, I just want to say that this is all based on my personal experience, my health journey, my gut journey. I'm working with a health practitioner, I'm working with a holistic nutritionist and dietitian, and she's able to go through this for my body and my needs. So that is just a little disclaimer. Everyone is so different. This is based on my needs, and I hope that this can help someone. If you are feeling like you need help or guidance with your gut or your health or your skin, please reach out to me. I can help in whatever way I can, but also there's so many health practitioners that are trained and this is what they do. Hey everyone, so a little update on my SIBO prep diet. I'm up to day 2, so I'm doing my SIBO test tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. And the food actually hasn't been that bad. I thought it was going to be, it is quite restrictive. Like it's kind of good for a couple of days because it's really giving my gut like a break. Literally for breakfast I had rice, white rice and chicken and salt and pepper and some olive oil. And then lunch I got some barramundi, which I'll show you. It tastes so good with barramundi, the same rice that I soaked for like a couple of hours and salt and pepper and some olive oil. And I baked the fish. It was so good. And then yesterday I had the same kind of food and I had fish for dinner as well. And it was so yummy. And yeah, I'm not bloated. I feel really good. And I'm still, getting good fats from the fish and the olive oil and the carbs from the rice and the protein from the fish and the chicken. So it's been really good. Not being able to snack or eat anything else because I can't. Has allowed me to just drink more water and I'm feeling really good, and I still went to the gym today and I'm still like nourishing my body to just no vegetables, but it's good for a couple of days. So the sun is beautiful. I went for a swim today and my skin's not super happy at the moment. It's breaking out a little bit. I don't know if that's from my makeup or not. That's my skin at the moment. I mean the sun makes it look nicer, but yeah, I'm getting a facial on Friday. So yeah, that's my little update on my diet, and I will keep you updated. I will show you tomorrow when I do the SIBO test. This is my lunch. So I've got barramundi baked with olive oil, salt, pepper in the oven for like 20 minutes. Perfection. And then I've got some soaked the bee sardine rice for about a couple of hours. Better for digestion. And that's my lunch. Hi everyone, so it is the morning of the SIBO test, and how cute are my PJs? I know, I wanted cat ones, but they ran out. Anyway, so I've just woken up and I have to wake up at least an hour before my test. So I've got about 45 minutes before I do my test. And I'm allowed a tiny bit of water, and then the test takes about 2 hours, so I'll keep you updated. And this is like a better look at my skin currently. It's like so congested up there, and that's my other cheek. So yeah.
Test tube near the needle, but do not puncture it yet. Take a normal breath in, put your mouth over the collection device and start breathing out. Mid-breath, put the test tube onto the needle for about 1 to 2 seconds, then take the test tube off the needle before you finish your breath. Let's watch that again. Notice how it inflates the bag fully.
If you have SIBO, this is all just from my research done online and experiencing it myself the last 3 years. SIBO, you can have a variety of symptoms. I'm looking down because I have notes, because I have so much to talk about. So symptoms can include stomach pain, indigestion, gas, bloating, diarrhea, cramps, all that type of stuff. So apparently, according to my research, hydrogen sulfide in small, a little amount can be beneficial. But when you have an overgrowth like I do with SIBO and just too much of it, it can cause the bacterial overgrowth in the small intestine, leading to all those things I just mentioned. So apparently symptoms of hydrogen sulfide SIBO can be slightly different. Like, it's things like rotten egg smelly gas, which, to be honest, I've had before. That's like a sign that, hydrogen sulfide SIBO you could be experiencing it. Also likely to experience diarrhea and nausea. I haven't had nausea, but I've definitely had diarrhea. Definitely. My test, methane and the hydrogen SIBO, I was on borderline. So it's like, it could be, could not be. But because I'm working with a health practitioner, she's able to look deeper into it and look at my results from those ones and look at the borderline outcome and all my symptoms and everything, and then be able to say, okay, cool, you have hydrogen sulfide SIBO. I wouldn't have been able to get that off my own. Not at all. So in my methane column in my SIBO test, there was flatline single numbers. So that paired with the borderline equals, the diagnosis of hydrogen sulfide SIBO in very basic terms. She said a lot more than that. That's just a basic thing for you all. And she said that this is exactly how hydrogen sulfide symptoms look like and what my symptoms are. The borderline outcome and the flatline numbers that were in the methane gas column that I was tested for in the breath test. So the borderline methane overgrowth and the flatline numbers in conjunction with each other, and my symptoms equals hydrogen sulfide SIBO. So she also said that my vitamin D is low. That didn't come from the SIBO test, but that was from blood tests. So I'm slightly deficient in vitamin D, so I will be taking supplements to do that. And it kind of makes sense because, if my body's not absorbing nutrients, I wouldn't be absorbing the sun that I get and the vitamin D. So that will just help. It just needs optimizing at the moment. So my vitamin D is at 81 currently, and it's ideally meant to be at 100, like the level. So we're going to be working on that as well. I got a lot of notes the first time I saw my nutritionist and dietitian. It took me like a week to process it all and start incorporating the lifestyle changes, the food changes and all that type of stuff. So I started like a few weeks ago. I was on low FODMAP while I was leading up to SIBO testing to see if I had it. And I was pretty good with it. And when I have a diet, I'm pretty strict, but I wasn't super strict because I was like, I don't know if I have SIBO, So that was that, and now I've got a whole new plan which I will get into. So lately I've had 1 bowel movement per day, so yay! That is not normal for me. Not normal at all. So I've been taking some supplements to help with that and just different foods and stuff like that. So it's like a little update as well. So in talking about bowel movements, I had a ab scan. I had an x-ray on my stomach because the gastroenterologist that I went to like a month or 2 ago, he suggested that because when I went there, he examined my stomach and he asked me all about my symptoms and everything like that. And he felt it's like, there's a lot of air in there. And he said to me, he said, if you were my daughter, I wouldn't want you to get a thing shoved up your bum and down your throat, like a colonoscopy, to see what's going on. So he's like, I would just suggest you get a stomach x-ray and we can go from there. And long story short, I ended up cancelling the session, and I still like the follow-up session with him because, I know that they would have just given me laxatives, and I don't want to take laxatives. I want to find out the root cause. I still, I was really grateful for him, and he was a really, really lovely guy, and he was very upfront and honest about it all. And he put me in the IBS box. He's like, I know myself and other health professionals put people in the IBS box because we don't know what it is. And I was like, that's actually really refreshing to hear a person working in that field to say, we don't actually know what you have, so we're going to put you in the IBS box. So I really appreciated that. I'm like, obviously if I have IBS, there's something causing the IBS, so let's find out that cause. I got the scan and I got the results back, and pretty much in summary, I have a backlog of poo in my system that is stuck to the intestinal walls, causing gas, bloating, you know, some issues in my stomach and my gut. So I will be clearing that out through colonics, which is pretty much, I'll be doing like a vlog and stuff on this. If you don't know what colonics are, pretty much in short wrap up, you get a plastic kind of thing put up your bum, and then not like you just get it put up and you roll onto your side and then you lie back down, and then you get water pumped up into your colon, and it's like, I've had it twice before, and you get like built up with all this water, and it kind of feels like period cramps towards the end because there's so much pressure. And then, you know, you don't explode or anything. It feels like you're going to explode, but you don't explode. That would not be fun if you exploded. Anyway, so yeah, you get pumped with the water, and then they turn it off, and the water starts, and they bring the water out. They start sucking the water out, and then you see all your poo come out the tube, and it's weirdly fascinating. An experience, that's for sure. So I'll be getting rid of that, and because like the way my dietitian explained to me, if like laxatives, if they prescribe you laxatives just apparently from my dietitian, they go over like the stuck stool or the poo in your system, and they don't actually clean it out properly. That's why I'm getting colonics. I'll be continuing with infrared saunas just to help my body detoxify, all that fun stuff. Colonics, water that goes into the colon, as I just said, it can soften the stool over time, so I'll be getting like a few of these colonics, and gradually it encourages the stool and the poo to come off the wall, and this will help get the backlog of poo that I have in my system that I've probably had for a few years at least. So I'm actually really excited about that. Last time I went to a colonic, I literally, like, the end, like, it felt like I exploded. Like, I was just like, I felt so sorry for the lady, and I sat in the toilet for like 20 minutes afterwards, but, you know, that's what it is. I just getting it all out. It was, you know, fun. But then I got to have blueberries and coconut yogurt for dinner, so nice and simple. So that's what I'll be doing to help with that. And like with colonics, how much comes out, you know, in a session will help the practitioner understand what's going on more in my body and, you know, in your body if you are doing colonics or you choose to in the future. My skin has gotten better. Stay tuned for a skincare vlog, and I'll go much more into detail of my skin, which is really exciting. And like hydrogen sulfide SIBO can also lead to skin issues, so I'm excited to see once I start my diet tomorrow how it all links in. With my diet, I have to go on a low sulfur diet, and because I have we have to hybrid like the low sulfur diet with like kind of low FODMAP because of the hydrogen sulfide SIBO. And like it'll take a few tweaks over time just to get like my body, what's right for my personal body. This is what she's recommended me to do. It's called a low sulfur diet. What I'm doing to heal my gut and my SIBO, I'm going on a low sulfur diet. So I'm going to be on this diet for 3 to 4 weeks, and she has given me a printout and a handout of what I can and cannot eat. So we've got on the right hand side, we've got low sulfur, eat freely. So for example, in those is like beetroot, capsicum, celery, cucumber, parsnips, squash, zucchini, berries, citrus fruits, fatty fish, like mackerel, oysters, sardines, salmon, prawns, oysters. I can have chicken, turkey, and liver and organ meats. I can also have, the only grains I can have is white rice. And I can only have macadamia nuts, that's the only nut I can have, and all seeds except sesame. Olive oil, sesame oil, and ghee, but ghee is amazing, so I'm really excited about that. I can just drink filtered water and herbal tea, but no green tea. And I have all herbs and spices except chives, coriander, garlic, mustard, and tamarind. I have, you know, a few supplements like rice and pea protein. And yeah, so that's that. And then I also, in the middle, there's a grey area. There's foods there. And then on the right, the left-hand side is high sulfur foods, which is avoid. So artichokes, for example, Brussels sprouts, potato, garlic, onion, kale. I can't have sweet potato. I cannot eat sweet potato for like a month. So I'm pretty sad because if you know me, I love sweet potato. I can't have dates or dried fruit or apple or mangoes. I can't have any red meat or pork at all. I can't have eggs. I don't eat eggs anyway. I can't have tuna or cod. I can't have lentils or peanuts. I don't eat beans anyway, but I can't have any of that. I can't have any other grains except for rice, and I can't have peanuts, as I just said, tahinis, and all other nuts and seeds. Bone broth, coffee, I don't drink that anyway, all milk and all soy products, no alcohol. So I'm actually really excited because, you know, it's going to be like a nice detox for my body and just takes the pressure off. Because I can't have sweet potato, she wants me to have white rice instead because the starch is really important for a hormone perspective because I'm still trying to bring my period back. I actually really love white rice, so we can just get experimental with that. And I'm going to have like rice porridge in the morning some days, just, you know, change it up because I can't have quinoa at the moment. I've been having like quinoa porridge with quinoa flakes. It's really yummy with like coconut milk. And I can only have like a little bit of coconut butter / coconut products, like a little bit. It's in the grey section, so that's okay. I'm just going to treat myself to some activated macadamia butter. And it's like, I just have to reduce the load. It's like what I do consistently is what matters. So if I have a little bit of like coconut, or if I have a tiny bit of sweet potato, it's not going to set me back all the way. But I'm going to I'm going to just not have it at all, and like just, you know, prepare and stuff like that. And if I'm going out for dinner, have dinner before I go, or have like a meal before I go, and just like socialize and be with my friends in that way, and just have water, or, you know, a coconut water or something like that. Well, probably, I don't know. Maybe not be able to have coconut water. I just don't want to overfill the bucket, as she called it. Supplements. I'm taking a few supplements. So I've got a probiotic that I take 30 to 60 minutes before bed. And this one Gaia, is a probiotic specific for SIBO and motility. EHGG, which is like a powder. And I have that, I'm building up slowly. That helps with bowel movements and just like general, all types of SIBO. Vitex, which I'll go into more, that's more period related and hormones and bringing back hormones. So I've been on that just over 2 weeks and I'm seeing signs. Woo! Just started taking SFMXL, which is supporting the thyroid, hormones, adrenals, and a little bit of gentle iodine. Taking some black pills from my acupuncture Liz. Herbal, some tea that has been real. I mentioned it on my Instagram stories. If you want to follow me, my Instagram is @AnnaPatch_. I go into things like this as well over there. And this really helped me get back bowel movements, and it was really more like diarrhea to start with, but it really helps. But I'll be having a chat with my acupuncturist Liz, so stay tuned for that acupuncture video that I'll be uploading in the next couple of weeks. Liz is great. I love her so much. Currently on for supplements, and so I've ordered some more. I've ordered and a couple other ones which I will go into at a later date. HGG and the Gaia are targeting and addressing the methane overgrowth in my stomach. Vitex and the SMXL is targeting the central nervous system and my hormones. So, I also ordered oregano oil. Oregano. I always say oregano, but I just like the oregano. Oregano oil. And that's going to help. That's an antimicrobial which will kill the bad bacteria in my stomach. And like with this, in conjunction with all these supplements in killing off the bad bacteria and colonics and infrared saunas and, you know, just overall lifestyle changes, and this low sulfur diet for the next 3 to 4 weeks, and just, you know, tweaking as we need to. I feel really positive and my skin should clear up because even my facialist lady, she was like, when she looked at my skin, she said like this up here is small intestine, so it kind of makes sense. So I'm really, really hoping. So I have a facial too, and I'll be, my skincare routine's changed as well. And I've started wearing sunscreen, so I'll be going into a skincare blog, take you along to my facials, so, and explaining a little bit more there for you all. With the food and the sulfur diet, it's not long term, it's just 3 to 4 weeks, just hopefully, or maybe a little bit longer, just to help kill the bacteria with love. It's fine because I've done so many diets over the time. If you want to watch episode 1, if you haven't watched that yet, that'll go more into what I have gone through up until this point. So she also said that killing off the bacteria, I could feel worse before I feel better because the body, we're playing with the fact that with how much we can kill off bacteria and move toxins, and our bodies have a different speed at which they can do that, and sometimes our bodies can't keep up with how much toxins we're releasing. So I mean, I may be really good or I may feel really bad and actually feel like things like releasing and coming out of my body like more than others may. With this as well, like with the detoxification, the killing off bacteria, like it has to come out, so it's really important that I keep the bowels moving, like colonics getting it out, but also helping the bowels stay moving, because we need things to be like, I need my body to be. Also going to be taking magnesium oxide. So it's just like helping keep making sure the bowels are moving every day, so I get those toxins out and I make sure they're leaving my body properly. Obviously, again, this won't be long term, it's just for now. And I'm also doing lifestyle changes as well. I'm doing vagus nerve activities, which is like humming or gargling or singing at different pitches, so for 5 minutes a day. So I've been trying to hum. And then the vagus nerve center, the nerve connection between the brain and the gut. So in SIBO, it is like dysfunctioning, so it's not working properly. That connection from the brain to the gut to work properly is not working properly if you have SIBO. So motility is pretty much pushing this food through the small intestine to the large intestine in a quick motor manner. So food can't sit in your small intestine and ferment there, which is what is happening for me and what is happening in SIBO people. So, and then like acupuncture is also really good for this, like motor function and motility and helping the general nervous system and everything. But again, I'll be doing an acupuncture video. You can retrain the vagus nerve system and the motility in our body. So that's what humming and gargling and singing will be doing, and that's why I just have to make it a habit. It's not a habit yet, but I'm trying consciously to remember to hum, like even when I'm in the shower. Acupuncture, just briefly, is really good for hormones, and in combination with everything else I'm doing, it calms the nervous system down. It promotes like blood flow and the chi and all this energy. I love it. And it's, you know, mainly my main reason for acupuncture is bringing my period back and balancing hormones in conjunction with all this gut stuff, because it's all linked. Gut is linked to period, period's linked to skin, skin's linked to gut, gut's linked to skin. It's all linked. If one thing's off, then everything's off. I also have to get my iodine tested, so I'll be getting that tested ASAP Roonies. Pretty sure that's linked to adrenals, thyroid. Let me check back in, don't quote me on that. Going forward now that I've been diagnosed with hydrogen sulfide SIBO, woo! I will be doing my diet, my low sulfur diet for 3 to 4 weeks at least, see how I go, see how my body reacts. I'll be having these supplements and the ones that I've ordered, and having the oregano oil to kill off the bacteria. I'll be having colonics to get the backlog of poo from my intestinal walls out and off, so it can hopefully help with gas and air, because I have a lot of air. If you press down on my stomach, like there's an L-shaped massage that you come like across the bottom, up, across, and then down. Every day I don't know if you can see it, but every day I have to press on my stomach like that. I have to press on my stomach like that to get a poo out. That's what it's like. It comes out like I have a bowel movement every day now usually, but that's like, and if you press it, you can feel it feels like a rock in my stomach. Sometimes there's air, you can hear it. It's like a gurgly sound. It's not fun. Hoping the colonics help with that, and all this gut health stuff that I'm obviously doing will help with that. And, you know, now that I have SIBO, I've been diagnosed with it, it will help everything. So that's what I have to deal with every day. Like literally I have to press, and sometimes it's painful. You know, sometimes I'm on the toilet, sometimes I'm sitting on the toilet for like 20 or 30 minutes. I'm like, I know there's a poo coming, I need to get it out. I obviously feel so much better. And sometimes they're really easy, and they come out really easily, sometimes they don't. Infrared saunas as well. If you have any issues, gut issues, anything like that, please reach out to a health professional and seek help and advice, whether that be a dietitian or a nutritionist or a naturopath. Personally, for me, I love working with, and I choose to only work with like holistic nutritionists and dietitians or naturopaths, just because I'm healing myself naturally. We're natural beings. We thrive in a natural environment, so like the less chemicals and stuff that are not meant for our bodies, the better. It's just me. Again, you have to do what's right for you, and this is all based on my personal experience. Like I'm seeing a holistic dietitian nutritionist incorporates all life things, because it's not just one thing, everything's linked, and our lifestyle, our sleep, our hormones, our gut, everything is linked. Like I would really suggest like finding the root cause of what's going on, because if you have IBS, there's something causing the IBS. And if you have skin, there's something causing the skin. And if you have a pill or laxatives or whatever it is, it's just going over it. Again, this is just me. You got to do what's right for you. You do you, boo. You do you, and whatever feels right for you and your soul. And if you feel like that is meant for you, whatever it is, you do that. Whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever makes you happy. That is the main thing. I'm here just sharing my experience, so you can just see that you're not the only one going through problems with your gut or your skin or your period. I'm here. There's so many of us, and that's why I'm here to like talk about it and to bring it out into the world, because it's a normal thing. If you can hear the rain, it's raining currently, so yeah. But anyway, that's that, and I just wanted to share the love with you. If you have any questions or anything, please message me or comment down below. I'm happy to share. all the things. Like, I'm just, ask me anything and I'll talk about it. I'm so passionate about this, so reach out to me. That's so totally cool. And share below if you want to with everyone else and we can all chat. So this is just me and my body. Everyone is totally different. Questions, just ask me. So thank you all for watching. I really enjoyed making this, and I'm so excited that I'm finally been diagnosed with something after 3.5 years of not knowing, and 4 years since I started this health journey. And it's just really exciting to have the right people guiding me in everything. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with the new videos, because I'll be putting them out once a week. And I've got some really exciting vlogs coming up, like acupuncture skincare, some day in the life vlogs, all the fun stuff now that I know what I'm doing, and just to like document what is happening. And so you can just have a little look into what's going on. If you want to follow me on Instagram, and I also update you there, and just, you know, you can see my acting side of stuff and modeling and all the creative things I do over there. My Instagram is @AnnaPatch_. I'd love to see you there. Love to connect with you there. Thank you again all for watching, and I will see you next time.